As Minnesotans, we all grow up, everybody references something as the cabin. Mm-hmm. We're going up to the cabin. I think we've had this discussion before. And
nobody owns one.
Exactly.
Who owns the cabins?
Don't worry about it.
Like,
this is the Buffalo Community Podcast, all about the greatest small town in the USA, the people in it, and how it all works together. Here are your hosts, Tyler Reiss and Mark Benzer.
welcome to the Buffalo Community Podcast, and we've got another one-off today. Each day we record, between 4 and 5 guests, and we actually had a cancellation today, 2 cancellations, so we're doing another solo episode with Tyler, Mark, and Luke. We always decide, what are we going to talk about? And Mark goes, how about retirement? What do you think retirement life is going to be like? And I thought, sure. I think we're all a few years away, but it's nice to dream.
5 or 6?
Yeah, not bad.
25 or 26?
Well, let's just jump right into it.
Let's do it.
So retirement, you're just that. What's the stereotype retirement life that you think you're going to have or you're aiming for?
My goals are not, they should probably be higher than what they are. But when we met with our financial advisor, I said, I want to be able to go out to eat whenever I want.
And he says, you're already doing that.
Basically. I don't want to stop going out to eat whenever I want. And, maybe
I'm sorry,
maybe
Mark.
a little bit of travel. I don't
Sure.
need a second home. Maybe that'll change.
Lake cabin? That's not really a second home.
No, kind of lake cabin is more like what I want now. And when I retire, I would envision not wanting that anymore.
Sell the lake home.
Sell the lake home.
Sure. I get what you mean by cabin, and I get what you mean by second home. Are you thinking an Arizona home or a Florida home, somewhere warm? I mean, is that what you're talking about, a second place?
Yeah.
Because I agree with you. I don't think a cabin is that second home. It is. It fully is. I mean, it's another home. Mm-hmm. But I think as Minnesotans, we all grow up, everybody references something as the cabin. Mm-hmm. We're going up to the cabin. I think we've had this discussion before. And
nobody owns one.
Exactly.
Who owns the cabins?
Don't worry about it.
Our grandparents own a cabin, but that's what we call the cabin. We're headed up and everything. Oh gosh, you guys got it. No, we don't have a cabin. Grandma and grandpa have a cabin.
Yeah.
Or it's my friend's buddy's cousin has one that we get to use. But it's considered the cabin inside.
My friend's wife's parents is our cabin.
Yes. That extra generation.
My friend's wife's parents.
Yeah.
That's our cabin.
So, yeah, okay. I like that. And not much travel. Is there any one bucket list that you'd like to jump at?
I don't know.
How about you, Luke?
I don't think I'll ever be able to retire. Maybe one day, but I don't think. Social Security's not going to be around by that time. I'd probably going to work till I die. But also, ideally, I'd like to be able to, pursue just personal passion projects. And so where that's I've been shooting a lot of sports recently. I'd love to just go shoot, whatever for professional sports I want. That'd be sweet. I don't know if that's really a retirement goal.
Randy Johnson gig.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's right. Mm-hmm. Where, you're just building connections throughout your life. Eventually you have enough connections where you can show up where you want and shoot whatever you want.
Get a credential somewhere.
Get a credential. Media credentials are really hard to get. It's really about who you know. So building those relationships, I'd say, would be super fun.
Yep.
If you ever get a +1 to the Super Bowl, can you please not forget
your wife?
Where I was going to say where we got started on this producing podcast here.
Yeah, I'll make sure to do an episode.
I will ride I will ride your coattails to the Super Bowl. I will ride them. So
yeah. What about you, sir?
I think I'd like to do more traveling. Mm-hmm. than we currently do. I mean, I found that to be pretty awesome. I don't want to buy a place somewhere because I think there's so much to actually go out and explore and enjoy. Mm-hmm. We just recently went to Florida with a group of friends, and I'm like, I don't know if I'd be able to live there, but it's a good place to visit.
Yep.
But maybe take longer segments, get an Airbnb for a month.
I love the idea of renting. Like, I know a few people that have that same place they go back to, fully furnished. They basically pack a suitcase and live in Florida for 3 months.
Right.
On a suitcase, because it's furnished and dishes and
no one showers there anyways. So.
Right.
You've been there too.
Yeah. Would you say Florida, I've heard it described, would you say it's Florida itself, the landscape, or is it the people that are most difficult about Florida?
It definitely wasn't the people. It was okay. Everybody we met was fun. We were in Hollywood Beach, so just to kind of, that's between Fort Lauderdale.
Did you see the sign up on the hill?
No, there is no hills in South Florida.
Oh.
You're sitting in a swamp. But yeah, I did see it.
Hollywood.
Yeah. So that's where we were. But I think it just everything kind of smelled like a musty basement. Okay. And I was like, I don't know, it just wasn't my jam. But the people were great. I thought there would be more Caribbean food. But there was a lot of European food, Euros, a lot of Greek stuff, and I just would prefer more Caribbean stuff. So traveling in retirement would be one of my big things. I'd also like to golf more and fish more. So I could probably see ourselves like retiring on a lake, not with a cabin, but like selling our house and then buying a lake place that maybe has a golf course on it. So.
Like in a golf course in the backyard lake.
Oh, that'd be a dream.
Yeah, I could do. Maybe I'm underestimating my health and ability to take care of a lake. Like I would love to live on a lake, but eventually I just have to be able to just pay somebody to put my dock in, pull my dock out.
Isn't that what kids are for?
Well, my kids will be.
Their kids, your grandkids, maybe?
Yeah, we have talked about that. My wife and I do want a place that the kids want to come back to.
Yeah.
Whether there's a pool or a lake or something where it's like
$100 bill.
Yeah, right. Where, our cabin, my friend's wife's parents' cabin, all throughout college and 20s and their singles, they're bringing friends out there. Now they're bringing kids out. Now they're bringing, it is such a nice piece to where your kids aren't obligated to come see you. Like they want to. Well, they want to come to the lake. And, well, I own it. So you're also going to have to hang out with me and eat all my food.
Gotcha.
So I think that would be a retirement goal. And even if it's just a nice pool. But again, do I want to take care of pool? But I could there's probably businesses, services.
Your wife could get a pool guy.
Yes.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he's good at it.
Great.
Yeah.
So, and I think the thought of retirement, I don't want to just not ever do anything again. I think I'll always dabble and I would get insanely bored. I think I would still need to fill my time with some stuff.
Yep.
With Rotary, we do stuff there, even coaching. I probably wouldn't coach when I'm that old, but just some, like Luke said, some passion projects of just stuff I want to do. I maybe just make that list of, this is what I want to do this year.
What am I going to stay busy with?
Right.
Because I do think it becomes a very high risk time as far as health goes.
Right.
And I'm not setting myself up right now to be at my peak fitness.
And with your retirement goals of being able to eat
every day. All of that could be ruined by being.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to say this braggadociously, but I have enough money to retire. I just need to die next week.
Oh, sure.
So,
well, congrats.
It's not bad. That's bad. It's
a gamble.
It's a gamble.
Yeah.
Ooh, getting towards Friday. So,
I think retirement, it will be so kind of in my industry, probably yours too. I talk to a lot of people hey, I'm retiring pretty soon, going to be living on the fixed budget is kind of what a lot of people talk about. And so they reevaluate insurance and reevaluate, am I, trying to keep drive expenses down as much as they can. And so I think we probably underestimate how hard it is to spend 20, 30, 40 years of your life putting money away that you're terrified to spend, that you get penalized to spend, and now all of a sudden you're supposed to just flip this switch and
you're forced to spend it. Yeah.
To where, like, I can see where people die with a lot of money and they never really enjoyed the things we're talking about right now because they've been terrified to spend it their whole entire working life. And I don't think you would just wake up and say, I'm going to start spending my money. I think that can be a mental hurdle.
Yeah, I think there's a difficult balance between riding it on the way up, not spending like crazy, so you don't have that problem, but saving enough where it's like, oh, this is great. Ideally, I would not want my lifestyle to change.
Right.
I'd like to live how I'd like to live. Mm-hmm. We talked a little bit about you said real estate. Now, we see a lot of people that are like, oh, we're downsizing everything. But we're finding a lot of people don't want to downsize quality.
Yeah.
They want to downsize maintenance.
Sure.
So, or even pricing. They're not really downsizing on too much pricing either. It's, that's why you see these really, really nice, maybe detached townhomes.
Yeah.
They're like 1,800, 2,000 square feet, but super nice. They want to be able to leave and go somewhere for a month or 2 months, 3 months in the winter. And that's kind of where we see when people are like downsizing.
Do you think that in their head, they had full intentions on less square footage, less downsizing, but when push came to shove, it was too hard to
downsize on quality.
Like they went into it thinking, just give me a
well, that's
place
just
to lay my
what you
head.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you start looking at what downsizing means, and it's like, well,
I don't want that.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you just kind of work yourself right.
Yeah.
Townhome. Now we got a townhome.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody else mows.
Detached.
Shovels. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's all fun. You've been a little bit quiet, Luke.
Well, yeah, I guess I don't have the financial acumen that you guys have, so I'm learning here. I'm sitting back. I'm listening.
That's
I don't know. My wife talks a lot about wanting to go south in the winter months when we get old.
time out.
Yeah.
We need to decide what means south to you guys.
I mean, we'd probably be looking at like Arizona, something like that. It's a dry heat.
Because from
Rochester,
northern Minnesota or northern Minneapolis, it means different things to different people.
Yeah,
Iowa
we're talking
south. Iowa south.
That's right. Yep.
Dubuque.
We get out, Omaha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like if we were going to go south, for me, it would have to be somewhere with a dry heat, somewhere that's not going to be the Florida humidity, or I'd maybe go to spring training out in Florida. Yeah. But if I'm going to spend the whole winter out down south, it's probably going to be Arizona or Texas,
sure,
east or east Texas, somewhere dry.
Yeah. Watch out for spiders.
Watch out for spiders. Oof. Yeah,
I hate spiders. Yeah. Excellent. Well, I think that's all.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah.
Work hard. Save your money.
So that's like
work hard, save your money.
I mean, we're gonna be like at episode 1800 or so, maybe 2000,
and we're gonna be like, what do they call it? Like a hologram in people's living rooms.
That'd be cool.
Sitting at
different. We'll be in studio 300 at that point.
Yeah.
If we stay in this pace.
Yeah. And they never got past 250,000 viewers.
Yeah.
Weird. But yeah, I think that's a good topic. I don't want to keep on rambling and kind of feel like we're now trying to fill air.
Yeah. Leave your comments.
Yeah.
What's your dream? What's your retirement look like? What scares you? Maybe you're retiring next year, or maybe you're just graduated college, but
we should give them a little bit of value here, though. talk to a financial advisor. We're not those. But like, get a plan. Otherwise, you probably won't ever,
Plan your work your plan. Coach Dennis Green.
That's right. For the Buffalo Community Podcast, I'm Tyler Reiss.
I'm Mark Benzer.
Luke Edlund.
Shooter.
Shoot him a gammon.
Thanks for listening to the Buffalo Community Podcast, produced by Edlund Media. You can find us on Facebook and YouTube, as well as anywhere you listen to podcasts.